Hi and welcome to Behind the Wheel. Today we're reviewing a 2003 Honda S2000. This is my personal vehicle. Over the years, Honda has not made very exciting cars. They're not known for making race cars or anything too fast. They're more known for being a reliable car that's going to save you gas and it's not going to give you very many problems. One of the few cars that Honda has made that really has that's really could be considered a sports car is the S2000, along with the NSX and maybe even the Civic Type R, Integra Type R. There are only a few cars that Honda has made that could be considered true sports cars. With the prices of the NSX going up, they're probably upwards of 50 grand right now. It's interesting to see the prices of this car rising too. A few years ago, these could have been picked up for around $6,000–$7,000. Now, if you want a good maintained one, for an AP1, you're looking at around $15,000 or more. For an AP2, you're looking at over $20,000. That's if you're looking for a low mileage example, something that's been maintained well. Let's start with the pros of this car. And there's an empty road, so we'll start with the 9,000 RPM red line. Here we go. That's my favorite part of the car. That 9,000 RPM red line, it's awesome. It's nothing compares to revving it all the way out to 9,000. It's fun, and especially when the VTEC engages at around 6,000 RPMs. It's awesome. And then with this transmission, the 6-speed transmission with a limited slip differential, it's a type of limited slip differential. It's awesome. The shifts are smooth. What's it called? The shift knob, it's in the perfect position. They really got it right. Honda really got it right with this car. Another pro is the steering feel. The steering is very tight for a car like this. Obviously, it's not going to compare to something like a Porsche or a Ferrari or anything like that, but for this car, it's very, very nice. Any little movement of the steering wheel will result in that much movement of the actual wheels of the car. Also, the throttle response is awesome. There's not much of a dead zone in the throttle. It's a lot of you press it. Basically, as much as you press it, that's as much throttle response you'll feel. So Honda got it right there too. Now we'll go to the negatives. The negatives have a lot to do with having to daily drive this car. For me, it's not a problem, but if you're someone who's picky about stuff like this, it's not the car for you. To start off, you could probably tell the seat's very small. It might be claustrophobic for some people. For me, it's fine, but maybe for someone who's a little bit bigger than me, it might be a problem. Also, the road and engine noise. Cruising on the highway, going around 70–75 miles per hour, I'll be around 4,000 RPMs, which isn't very good for gas mileage. I probably average around 17–18 miles per gallon. But it doesn't bother me, but like I said, it might bother other people. Also, the factory radio, mine's upgraded, and when I got it, I already had an amplifier and upgraded speakers. But with the stock radio, I've heard bad things about it. I've heard that going on the highway, you won't be able to hear much. Especially with that exhaust noise on the highway, the radio doesn't help, to put it that way. Also, another thing that's horrible is the visibility. This is actually a problem because say you need to switch lanes on the highway. Say you're gonna switch to the left lane, you have to go like this. There's this piece right here that kind of blocks your vision. So when you have to switch lanes, you have to go like that. And also for the back, since it is a 2003 model, in 2002 and 2003, Honda switched to a glass rear window, which it's noticeably smaller than the 2000 and 2001 model. So to look over, you kind of have to go like this. Maybe for someone who's taller than me, it might not be a big problem, but for me, if I want to switch to the right lane, I have to kind of go up a little bit. I can't see easily. And I think that does it for us. In conclusion, the pros for me have to do with the experience of driving this car. It's a very fun car to drive. So the experience of driving it makes it worth having to go through the cons of being a bad daily driver. It's worth it for me. This car is awesome. I'm happy with it. For my 4 or 5 months of ownership, I would recommend this car to anyone who's looking for a fun car to drive. Something that you could get in the price range of this that's comparable is a Boxster, like a 2000, 2002, that era Porsche Boxster, a BMW Z4 or an older Mercedes SLK, and all those cars are going to give you any little thing you're going to have to do to them. It's going to be pricey, and the reason I chose this car was because of that reliability. And my car only has, it's close to 50,000 right now. It had 45,000 when I bought it. So it's been a good car. It hasn't given me problems. I did change the spark plugs, just did basic maintenance, oil change, and other than that, it's been awesome. Also, another thing I wanted to add is when I got it, it had MagnaFlow. I had a MagnaFlow exhaust, and I drove 2 hours. I drove it back 2 hours, and that was horrible. It was crazy exhaust drone. So I changed it right away for a stock exhaust, and it's a big difference. It's enjoyable to drive now. I would say that before I wouldn't have been able to handle it as a daily driver. So yeah, thanks for watching, and please subscribe, like, comment your feedback. This is my first video, so stay tuned for many more reviews, and thank you.